I'm Spiro, Spero that world while I breathe. I hope I'm Spiro, Spero that world.
The Benefits of Zen Meditation. Zen is a prominent Far Eastern philosophy, and there are many benefits of Zen meditation. But before we get to that, here's a little about the emergence of this well-known practice brought in the 6th century to China and the world by Bodhidharma, an Indian monk. However, the roots of Zen originally stem from two other schools of thought. Firstly, the age-old Chinese philosophy of Taoism, which is based on living harmoniously with the natural ebbs and flows of the cosmos. And secondly, Buddhism, which is a belief system based on the teachings of the Buddha. Among his core teachings are concepts such as the existence of suffering. Attachments to outcomes cause suffering. When attachments and desires are set free, so are you. Learning to let go. Unlike Buddhism, Zen believes that to become immersed in religious knowledge or to concentrate on theoretical applications of belief systems, even including Buddhism and Taoism, is to waste one's precious thought forces. Instead, Zen, which is also in part derived from Zazen, which means to sit, is a concept centered on letting go of past entanglements that may often ruminate and rumble in one's mind from time to time, or indeed even frequently. And so, instead, for one's peace of mind, bodily health, and fortitude of soul and spirit, it is essential to stay grounded in the here and now, and to be kind to yourself by letting go of self-criticism, regret, and judgment. And of course, it's also vital to extend this to all people, situations, and circumstances. Thankfulness for big and small. Zen Buddhism and Zen meditation also makes it clear that we must learn to appreciate even the smallest things in life that we once would have shrugged off and overlooked. For instance, remembering to be just as grateful for a drop of rain as a walk along the seashore, a blade of grass as much as a field of flowers, and a penny as much as £1,000,000. The paradox of trying to clear your mind. Zen emphasizes that it's not enough to attempt to clear your mind of all distractions and thought during meditation or practice, because ironically, when we attempt to be free of thought, we are still thinking. So instead, Zazen and Zen teaches us to simply release our minds from thought without thinking about it. Yes, this is a bit of an anomaly, but through practice, it is very possible to not become disturbed by thoughts of, I must not think during meditation. Relinquishing control to be more spontaneous. While, as human beings, we have a tendency to take up the reins of control in our own lives, and sometimes unwittingly in the lives of our nearest and dearest too, it's important to work in harmony with Providence and the natural forces that shape and influence our lives without feeling threatened, anxious, and the need for a brown paper bag to breathe into when life throws us a series of unexpected events. How to do a Zazen Zen official meditation a day. The actual physical practice of Zen meditation is nice and simple. You simply need to sit either on the ground or floor to make yourself more comfortable, you can sit on a cushion. Cross your legs, but make sure you're still comfortable. Please don't contort your limbs. Rest your hands on your lap. Both hands should be facing with your palms upwards, one hand inside the other. Close your eyes and clear your mind, but try not to think about clearing your mind. Slowly and calmly inhale and exhale. Let your inhalations be natural. Do not inhale for longer than seems comfortable. Continue to breathe slowly in and out in a controlled manner for 5, 10 or more minutes. Remember to breathe in a controlled way while freeing yourself of all control. Meditating your way back to mental and physical well-being. It's quite easy to understand why there are many benefits of Zen meditation due to the relaxed nature of the tradition. Yes, us human beings are blessed with the power of our own intellect, but sometimes this can become a burden when we overthink a circumstance or situation and ploy to plot and map our route, so to speak. It can be such a relief to accept that we don't have all the answers, and oftentimes we just have to let life happen. Zen helps us to become free from depression and apprehension in many of its states and forms, because when we think this way, we no longer need those brown paper bags. When we're no longer attached to a specific desire or outcome, we don't tend to find ourselves laying awake at night and during the wee early hours of the morning, tossing and turning. Insomnia, not always, but often, is related to a restless, worrisome mind. The regular, practical application of Zen tends to make us feel lighter within, due to there being far less mental internal conflict. You become the master or mistress of your own mind instead of vice versa. Getting enough sleep helps ward off depression and other mind-related ailments and disorders. Plus, a good night's sleep enhances our immune systems and helps our bodies to regenerate fresh cells. And when we're fresh on the inside, we sparkle on the outside. Meditating your way back to a state of happiness. When we start to practice Zazen and Zen in a way that is practical as opposed to theoretical, we begin to reap the benefits of Zen meditation, not just mentally and physically, but also emotionally. You see, when we stop deriding and berating ourselves and reverting back to the past and the could have, should have, would have way of thinking, when we stop judging the actions, mistakes, and missteps of others, we enter a place of quiet inner acceptance and a peacefulness that gently radiates outwardly and even, for all we know, into the far reaches of the universe. Quote by Shunryo Suzuki: "There is no need to have a deep understanding of Zen." For more amazing, esoterically minded articles, please hit the subscribe button.